Talk to me with Adedoja Allen.
Tonight, the topic of discussion is XY chromosome. I'm sure they're like, okay, what does this mean? I purposely made it a bit ambiguous. XY chromosome. What do you understand by that? Simply put, so that I don't confuse anybody there. These are the chromosomes that determine the sex of a baby at birth. Okay, maybe not at birth, at conception. So immediately fertilization occurs. That is when the sex of the child is determined. Not at 2 months, not at 3 months pregnancy, not at 5 months, not at birth. As soon as the fertilization occurs, as soon as the gumming, if I may say that, of the sperm and the egg, then the sex of the child, of the baby, is determined, and that is what is determined by the XY chromosome. Okay, so education was starting from there. So, but it does break my heart though to see that society often, prefers a boy child to a girl child. You all know that. Society, at least Africa, let's just talk about Africa. Once a woman gives birth like this, the first question people ask is it a boy or a girl? To be honest, when they ask that question, I'm not sure what goes on. I'm not sure what's going on in the mind of the person, to be honest. When I ask, even I'm asking myself, why am I asking? Is it, you just want to know, I mean, not to judge or not to look down on them, or you had a boy or you just had a girl. You just want to know what they had, so that at least you know what to call them, or when you're calling to greet mama boy or mama girl, whatever. But sometimes, oh well, anyway. So there's usually this kind of joy that accompanies the birth of a boy. But in case where it's a girl, the woman starts to pray that her next birth results in a boy. More like she's almost immediately looking forward to getting pregnant again so she can have a boy. Why? But why? Why? Because she knows what's in store for her if it's not a boy. Quite a lot of pressure. And I really wonder why we have that pressure. The unnecessary pressure is just unnecessary from different sides. Just sets in. The kind of pepper our in-laws will show her and that of outsiders. Hey, anyway. And again, the woman also puts herself under this pressure, influenced by the society. By the society. She puts herself under immense pressure by the society. The truth, though, is that this doesn't happen only in Nigeria. It is, I think, it's an ill-informed notion that exists in other parts of the world as well. The society believes that a family isn't complete without a male child, and they overlook it when a woman does not even have a female child. It's just wrong. They are okay if you don't have a female child, but they are not okay if you don't have a male child. Let's start by discussing the pressure that women face when they do not produce a male child. That child is supposed to be a successor, the heir of the family, the carrier of the family name, and all those talk that we talk, like the female child who can't bear the father's name after marriage. I mean, what is that? Please, what is that? Permit me to go a little deeper into biology. I'm not a biologist or a scientist, but at least I've read so that I can talk about this topic. And it's actually very simple. Apart from the fact that we learned it in biology when we were in secondary school. So I'm also not a doctor, but, according to the findings, according to what happens in biology, in the formation, that's the word, in the formation of a baby coming from the sperm of the man and the egg of the woman, or the ova, you know what I'm talking about. Let me use the word egg just to keep it simple. The gender of that child, the sex of that child, is determined by the chromosome that comes from the man and the woman, not just the man or the woman, the man and the woman. That's why it's two of you that will come together and become one. So it's both of you that determine the sex of the child, but most especially, most especially the man. Let's go deeper. Men usually have one X. So the chromosome is either an X or Y chromosome. Okay. Next, men then usually have one X and one Y chromosome, which is XY for the men or for the man. One X, one Y. I hope that I'm not, you guys are following me. The woman has two chromosomes, two X's. She doesn't have a Y. Two X's, one X and another X, making two X's. X stands for female, a girl child. Y stands for male, a boy child. So you can see from my explanation that is the man that carries the chromosome, the traits that can give birth to, or that can bring a boy or a male child. Only the man carries that. The woman does not have it. So she does not even have anything. She can't do anything about it. It is the man who can determine. She doesn't have any power. I'm sure if women had power, we would have done all the things in the world. To even the man does not have power. There's nothing you can do, because when you're ejaculating, you cannot tell your sperm, make sure you bring out Y. I don't want you to bring out X. You can't. So nobody has control or power over it. It is left to God. That is why God is sovereign. That's where the sovereignty of God comes in. So at ejaculation, when the man ejaculates into the woman, in the sperm contains XY chromosome. She has her egg. She only has two X, XX. You, the man, have XY. When you ejaculate into your wife, and the sperm is swimming, the sperm that is swimming carries either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. Okay, I hope you're following me. Right, so we're in class today. So either an X chromosome or Y chromosome. Meanwhile, it is an X chromosome that is waiting for you inside the woman, and then you bring out either an X or a Y. So let's assume that the X is the one that is successful. You know, if you remember when we learned into biology, they will say millions of sperm will swim, millions, quite a lot. At that thing that looks very small when you ejaculate, those white things, there are millions of spermatozoa cells inside it. And so one lucky one just swims faster than the other one and goes into the egg. So that one is the one that is carrying the chromosome, X or Y. Assuming it's an X goes to meet an X in the woman, a girl child is formed. It is at that point when that lucky one enters the egg that the sex of that child is determined. At that point, not later, no, not earlier. It is at that point. Okay, so an X goes into the X, and a female child or a girl child is produced at that point and starts to develop or grow in the woman's stomach. If it's on the other way, on the other hand, rather, a Y chromosome is the lucky one that swims very fast and enters the egg. Then, you know, I did say the X is waiting. The Y goes and enters, fertilizes the egg, and then XY chromosome or combo is produced, and that yields into a boy, a male child. It's as simple as that. So you don't have control over it as the man. You don't have control over it as the woman. Only God has control over it. So I mean they do different things. They plan this, they plan that. Okay, when they say all sorts of things. Maybe when you have your period, you wait 10 days, you wait these, different guess, trial and error. Well, whilst that might work, it has worked for some people, I guess, but you can't base it on that. So my question tonight is, why the stress on the woman? We need to educate ourselves. There are a lot, as we are still saying it now. They know that it's the man that determines the sex of the child, and you are still stressing the poor woman. What do you want her to do? She doesn't have control over it. And the funny thing, like I was saying to Casey when we're doing the handover, is the man then goes ahead and marries another woman, creates problem. You are still, I've seen it before, plenty times. You are still going to go ahead and have female children until you come to that understanding and that realization that you are the one that determines the sex of the child or the gender of the child. And what you need to do is to pray to God and ask God for what you want, and He'll make it happen. My phone lines are ready, but I've not even introduced the numbers. I've not called out the numbers. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening, Mrs. Adedoja. I'm very happy with your program.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to keep my name private because of the scenario I'm painting.
Because
Because of the scenario I'm putting forward, it's a real life story that happened to my sister-in-law. I would like to keep my name. Let me just call myself
Great.
Anonymous. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Anonymous.
Alright. My sister. Okay, let me mention my name. My wife won't be offended. My name is Yinka.
Okay. Hi,
My
Yinka.
sister-in-law, we lost her because of this scenario.
What do you mean you lost her?
She died.
Oh my God. Why?
That's some years back.
How?
Because of these child issues.
You see?
She's a sickle celler.
Okay.
And she gave birth to a daughter, and some 5 years after, she was under pressure for another baby. So she got pregnant and lost the pregnancy.
Wow.
Yeah, because she was in a critical moment, sickle celler and all that. So she lost the baby, and it was a male test confirmed.
Wow.
But because of the pressure because she lost a baby, a male baby, I don't know if there was a pressure from her husband's side, but she rushed into another pregnancy. You understand? And she gave back to the baby a boy, and she was on intensive care. So the baby was in the incubator. She was on intensive care. There was a whole lot of wahala. They had to set the mother first. We lost the baby and the mother.
Oh, you
The mother
did?
in the sickle celler.
Okay.
3 days after birth, we lost the baby and the mother. But what I'm trying to point out is that the mother wouldn't have necessarily lost her life if not for the pressure.
So did she have girls prior to that?
She had a girl.
Oh, she had a
The
girl.
girl is with me now. She lives with me. She's about 8 years old now.
Oh my God.
The girl was 5 years old when she was under pressure for another baby. So she gave birth. She lost the pregnancy, and I told her that calm down. Nobody's going to beat you for not having a pregnancy or a child. You've had one. It's okay. You are fine. There was a day she came to our house and she was crying. I have to tell her and say, look, don't worry. You don't have to give that to another child if you are not fit for it.
Oh, such a shame.
She pressurized herself. We lost her because of her SS situation. The critical nature of the birth.
Yeah.
We lost the baby.
And she's actually
for
quite
me,
fragile.
Yeah. For me, I have 2 babies, two daughters. And the foster daughter, which makes it the 3rd one, is hers because I have to take her along. Now, for me, those 3 girls are wonderful.
Of course.
I'm going to marry and I'm going to own their husband as my son.
Of course. Of course.
And for me, I'm not worried. I'm not bothered.
Of course.
It is established that females take care of their fathers.
Of course. Of course.
Because me too, I know the last time I saw my dad, I know. But
so where is her husband? Where is your sister-in-law's husband now?
He's fine. He's doing well.
Married?
He's not remarried. But I told my wife that let's take on the daughter so that he can focus. He's still a young man. If he wants to remarry, let him.
Was he the one putting pressure on her? Was it the one, Yinka?
I don't know. I couldn't picture where the pressure was.
I was going to say that we need to be fair.
Maybe it was from his family because the lady was crying, practically crying when she lost the pregnancy.
Oh.
And I was like, why?
Sure.
You don't have to cry. Then she rushed herself into another pregnancy and she gave birth. He lost the mother, he lost the baby. So what account are we going to put that?
Exactly. I like
I
that.
mean, let's be realistic.
Yeah. Benny. Absolutely.
For me, that's what I just want to say.
Me that I'm talking, I have 3 boys. What do? I have 3 boys.
Maybe the African situation will applaud you, but you, I know same.
Applaud me that I don't have a girl.
I will tell like time they are marrying, I will tell their husband, you are marrying their father too. You are becoming my son. If you don't want to do that one, better check out.
Thank you so much.
All right, ma. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Yinka. He said the African society will applaud me. I mean, look at that mentality. Applaud me because I have 3 boys. Jesus. We need education in this country. We need education in the side of the divide. We need education. It doesn't matter. Society is misinformed. We need some reorientation. We need to unlearn. We need to relearn. We need to unlearn some things and relearn it all over again. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Adedoja, Allen. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
It's
who?
Oh,
okay. Hello. Hi, Sixtus. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. You're really doing a great job.
Thank you.
And you see that I came to the class late today, Abby?
Go ahead.
I just call me. God bless. Maybe you are the open class. My God bless. But I don't say next month you don't go happen like that.
Go ahead with your contribution, Sixtus. Thanks for calling. Yeah, go on.
I don't know if just brief me the topic on ground. Let me chip in.
You have not even been listening.
No.
Okay, so listen and call me back. Okay, I want you to listen and call me. Make sure you call back, Sixtus, okay? All right, that's Sixtus, one of my regular callers. Thanks for calling. So talk to me with myself, Adedoja Allen, on your number 1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM. The topic for tonight's discussion is XY chromosome. We are trying to talk about or dissect who is responsible for determining the sex of the child. Is it the man or is it the woman? So if you born, I like to use the word born. You know, that's what we understand. I'm not going to say give birth. So if you born a boy, who is responsible for it? If it's a girl, who is responsible for it? Is it the man or the woman? We need to educate ourselves. To join me in the conversation, number to call is 070010511051. The WhatsApp number is 0909-916-4403. You can also call that number. This second number, the WhatsApp number, to join in the conversation. Hello, good evening.
Well, I've called back again.
Right, okay. Now you know what the topic is.
Well, for me, I think because I don't have skills, what I go through and what sciences and other things that I notice is that I don't think that maybe it may be from the man or the woman, but it's just a matter of maybe the person.
Sixtus, so the sex of the baby depends on the man. It depends on which sperm gets to the egg first. And it's the man's or the men's chromosome that dictate the gender of the child. I talked about this at the beginning. You know, I started the show at 8:30. So I explained what this XY chromosome means. What the X means, the woman has 2 X's, XX. The man has XY. The Y stands for a boy, a male child. The woman does not have anything in her that says that she can dictate, if I may put it that way, the sex of the child. But the man is the one. In fact, I like that. That's why he's a man. So he's the one that has the authority to actually dictate the sex of the child, even though, yes, I'm putting it like that, but not in actual sense, because it's God that gives. So when the man ejaculates into the woman, the sperm that comes out carries either the X or the Y, either the girl or the boy child. And that's what goes into the woman. So whatever goes whatever goes into the woman is then, and the X one in the woman is waiting to be fertilized by what the man is bringing. And so so it's either the man brings out an X, or the man brings out an Y, but the woman has the X. So they have the two chromosomes. Okay, the woman has X, as the man has an XY chromosome. So you can't he can't do, is the one that dictates it, not the woman. And so it depends on the man. It depends on the man. The woman can't do anything. And so we need to educate ourselves here. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening. My name is Emmanuel John.
Hi, Emmanuel.
Hi. So what I want to contribute is that.
Go on. Hello. Oh my God. Okay. That was Emmanuel. Emmanuel, I lost your connection. Can you please call me back? I have a WhatsApp message. Good evening, Mrs. Allen. My name is Afam. Sex determination is not completely based on trial and error. Just like you said, okay, God is supreme, excellent. I actually tried sex determination and it worked for me, yeah. An example is shooting down a flying aeroplane at that speed simply by calculating the speed of the plane and the speed of the missile bullet. Okay, so he agrees. So I'm still coming to the area of technology, okay. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Gabriel.
Hi, Gabriel. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Gabriel. Hello. Hello. Oh. Sorry, Gabriel. I couldn't hear you properly there. Hello. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello. Good evening. My name is Marvelous.
Your name is Marvelous?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Irrespective to what you say, everything you said, I listened to the way you explained the topic from the very beginning. So, contrary to that, the way you explained is totally correct. But to my own opinion, neither the woman nor the man has the power to choose if it's a girl.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yes.
Yeah, so because I could still remember even in the Bible when it says a particular verse says even before you were born, even before you were formed in your mother's womb.
Exactly, I knew you. Yeah.
So because God already is the one that, because everybody born, nobody choose the parent he or she was born into. Nobody. So it was only God that has the divine purpose that say, okay, you come into this world, this is why you are coming. He's the only one that says you are coming as a boy, you are coming as a girl for this purpose. So neither the man or the woman or nobody has the power to choose if it's a boy or a girl.
Correct. Thank you so much. Yeah, go on.
And then sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm still single, but if I'm to get married, if I'm married and somebody starts pressurizing my wife that
you won't allow it now.
I know that one. I know, because anybody starts doing all those kind of, I'll just tell that person, why not you go talk to God?
Abby, I like that. and honestly, and that's it. If you want a particular sex, talk to God about it. Father, I'm praying for a boy, I'm praying for a girl. Exactly. And he does hear that sort of prayer. At least we have testimonies of people that will tell you that they prayed and they got what they told God they wanted. So the G factor is very supreme.
Yeah, he said ask and it shall be given.
Correct. Thank you. And you are preaching, Pastor. Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you so much there. I like that contribution from Marvelous there. Just to reiterate that neither the husband nor the wife has the power to determine the sex of the baby. You have what it takes. You're carrying it, but not the power to determine it. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
John calling back.
It's who?
John calling back.
John. Okay. Hi, John.
Fine.
Okay, go ahead. I'm struggling to hear you.
Is that
Can you reduce the volume of your radio, please? Could you please do that? Yes, can you hear me now, John?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
What I was saying there is that the boss.
Hello, John. Oh,
Are you hearing me?
now I can. Go on.
So I say
Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is V.
Your name is
V.
Z. Hello, Z.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Okay, you've been listening. Okay, go.
And as a typical Nigerian, we always have this inclination that having a male child is the key thing.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Mm.
I have wonderful girls.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I'm not complaining. God, in His infinite wisdom, besides, I will have a third one, and it happens to be a boy.
Oh, wow.
That is God's.
Yeah.
I have no problem with having a girl.
A girl, exactly.
A girl, boy, a child
is a child. Yeah.
Doesn't this nonsense, sorry for me to use that word, but this nonsense about people saying that if you don't have a boy, this and that, you don't, that's living in Stone Age. And by the way, if you look at families now, the girls are the ones taking care of the old men, and the boys will just be,
I know,
so
right?
I would even like to have my girls and be sure that that's okay. Some people,
You're making people like me jealous. Okay.
Anyway, it's not like both male, female, fine.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't be killing ourselves.
Of course. Whichever one comes. Of course. Well put. Thank you. Thank you so much, Z. Thank you. That was, we shouldn't put any importance on anyone. Like I did say, making someone like me. Sometimes, like I said, I have 3 boys. Sometimes I really think about it that, hey, when I grow, this is going to be my friend. All I think about, this is going to be my friend because I know how close I am with my mom. And so I imagine, okay, when you're old like that, who's going to be your gisting partner? No? But hey, what can I do? I'll gist with my boys and their wives. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Yinka again. I'm very, very lucky.
Okay. All right, lucky Yinka. Go ahead. Talk to me.
I listened and I've heard a few people mentioning because of the main thing. In Africa, we like a boy because, I think majorly because we want somebody that will prosperate our name.
The heir of the family, yes.
But I wonder why would you prefer a male? Is it that
it's ignorance? It's ignorance.
Yeah.
It's ignorance.
I think it's basically because of the name posterity.
Yeah, but again, that's
but
sort of.
For me, the Bible says a good name is better than
gold and silver.
Gold and silver. Now, if you have a male child and it turns out to be a bad boy,
exactly.
I mean,
God forbid.
What's the essence of him? In fact, such a case, I will even advise parents to denounce their name. Yeah, because what's the essence of a child carrying your name and he's messing up with it all around? You get the point? So for me, I think men should start getting over that level of, I want somebody. Female these days can even bear a compound surname after marriage.
Which they do, yeah.
So
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Yinka.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being my ardent listener. All right, so let me read another WhatsApp message. I have my name is Bamiyo. I'm a regular listener. Good evening, madam. May God bless you for the topics you raise. Amen. Thank you. I have a very good friend who had 4 daughters and came under pressure from the husband. After the last daughter, she could not get pregnant again. She tried IVF severally and finally had a boy. Wow, good, hallelujah. Today, the first daughter is a pilot, the second a lawyer, the third a civil engineer, the fourth a medical doctor. I must tell you, he is so proud, okay, of his daughters, but it was not easy at all. Wow, interesting, interesting story. So all the girls are doing well. Meanwhile, before the woman had the boy, the last son, which is the fifth child. Can you imagine? 5 tries before she got a boy. Wow. Oh, okay. What can I say? Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, madam. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Afam.
Your name is?
Afam.
Afam. Okay. Hello, Afam. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a regular listener of the radio station.
Thank you. All my regular listeners. One bossa.
From 7 a.m. newspaper review to probably 10 at least.
Wow. Thank you.
So, yeah, Casey and Co, Badisa, Saturator, they all know me.
They know you. Okay.
So to add my view,
okay.
Personally, I have kids.
Okay.
A girl, a boy.
Okay,
and
good.
To be sincere with you, my first child was a girl.
Okay.
And she's about 8. And if my wife had a boy, in short, when she had that girl, I'm being sincere. There was a kind of pushback, pressures because I needed a boy.
Why did you need a boy? What do you mean by I needed a boy? Tell me.
You know, it's just I just have people that have been calling.
So you are one of those men.
They are saying that if they had a girl, I'm very, very sure within themselves, if they sit down carefully, after they would have said, if I wish I had a boy. Those that say they have 2, 3 girls and they're okay with it, I'm very, very sure they're not very okay with it.
I see.
Anyway, let me not speak for them.
Yeah, go on.
So when I had the girl, I started looking for means to make sure that my next child turns out to be a boy. I actually prayed, we fasted, and we did this self-examination you talked about. It actually worked.
Yeah, it does work for those.
It works. You base it on trial and error. I would say, from personal experience, it's not necessarily trial and error. There's a bit of some scientific
calculations. Yeah.
Calculation to it.
Yeah.
We actually did that calculation and it worked.
Yeah, it does work.
But another thing I needed to stress also, to add to the point you made is, the man actually determines the sex of the child, but the woman also plays a role in it. Mm-hmm. One of the roles she plays is that she needs to study her peak times.
What does that mean? If she studies, what does that mean? How will that help to give you a boy?
It helps. Okay.
How?
Now, if there are 2 ways I will just explain. So
tell me.
Much of your time.
Tell me.
You need to study her peak times, which is the ovulation time,
mm-hmm.
and also the male egg, which is the Y, is a slow swimmer. It doesn't.
The male sperm, you mean, not the egg. The male sperm.
The male sperm. The Y chromosome.
Yes.
I'm a microbiologist up to my master's level.
Okay.
So I'm speaking from an informed.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. The Y chromosome is a slow swimmer.
Right.
It doesn't swim fast when it comes into copulation with the trying to hit the egg. It doesn't swim very fast.
Okay.
Why the X chromosome from the man is faster? It swims faster than the Y chromosome. So when the copulation comes in, if the woman is able to study the period she's on her peak, which is the ovulation time, and before this time, the man has started taking things that energize the sperm.
So it's still the man that we're educating now.
Yes, you take meals that energize your. Some sperms are weak. Well, by the time you put it on water,
it's still the man. It's still the man.
Yes, just to support your opinion that the man determines the sex, but the woman plays a role.
And so is that role I want to know? Explain that role to me again. What role does, apart from that, the fact that she has an egg?
She needs to know the time she'll have checked this over a period of 3 to 4 months before they actually copulate, before the egg and the man and the woman comes together. She needs to determine the period she actually ovulates. So at that time, she needs to strike, and when I mean strike, come together with her husband.
But it will happen now, Abi. I just want to make sure that what you're saying doesn't have any effect on whether it's a boy or a girl. what you're saying is that when she knows, at least she meets with her husband and she gets pregnant.
Yes.
Yes.
But if she doesn't calculate it at that peak time when the egg is waiting for any stride, due to the fact that the S strains faster than the Y chromosome. So if that time is not properly calculated, there's every tendency that the egg from the man, if the S egg and the Y egg starts on your man gets set go, the S will hit the egg
First. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so just to help. So what you're saying is that it's just to help, but I don't know. Anyway.
To facilitate the man. Yes.
So everything now calculation now. Wow, all this calculation. Thank you so much.
Honestly. Yeah,
thank you for your contribution, Afam. Thank you. Oh wow. Time check again. It's 14 minutes past 9 p.m. You're tuned into Talk to Me with myself, Adedoja Allen, on your number one lifestyle station, City 1051 FM. We are your number one lifestyle station. Our topic of discussion tonight on Talk to Me is XY chromosome. Who determines the sex of the child? Is it the mother or the father? Talk to me. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes, sir. I've not had a female caller. Yes. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I am Gabriel from Ugondo.
Hi, Gabriel.
Yeah. My contribution is in the form of a question.
Okay, go on.
See, I want to ask, does the Rexos factor?
Does the what?
Rexos factor.
Record.
Rexos, REHESUS.
I didn't get that. Retor? What?
Rexos.
Retor's factor.
Yes, factor.
Okay.
Does it play a role in childbearing?
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. I'm not a doctor. We're just discussing these.
The doctor on the background now.
No, I don't have a doctor here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I wish I had an. I don't even want to talk about what I think, so that I don't mislead you. But at least this one, you can see that when people are calling and they are contributing, they are letting me know that they also know that is the man that determines the sex of the baby, of the child, not the woman. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Yes.
And let me not mention my name so that it shouldn't look like
it's okay. It's fine.
It's Zinka again.
Okay, go on.
Well, for me, Mrs. Adedoja, I had the penultimate caller. That's the man before the last one.
Okay.
For me, honestly, I would say this in Yoruba so that you can understand. Only that you are
okay.
Then you came to this life, and you cannot determine how you will trek this life actually. See, I killed all fears about childbearing, infidelity, marriage, and the stage of marriage.
Oh, awesome.
Like this,
oh, well done.
I have taken the time to think of barrenness.
Wow.
Case scenario.
Exactly. Oh, awesome.
I thought it through. It's not because I didn't have a boy. See, my wife had a third pregnancy and it was tested the boy. She lost it because she traveled, the hassle of traveling, and she lost the baby. But when she came back, she was thinking I would fail out, I would be angry. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Wow.
Did I tell you to even get pregnant?
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
No, I'm just saying this to be real.
I know.
I know. Even if you didn't have any more child, chocolate of a boy or a girl, I'm fine. These two babies are fine. The third one being a foster daughter, we are great.
Bless.
I'm ready to father them.
Oh.
Awesome. All this fear.
Wow.
I killed it before marriage.
Awesome.
So it's not because
Thank you.
in my heart of heart, give that to another girl. I'm very happy. But I told her to hold on because I didn't want to have too many babies.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yinka. Thank you for your awesome contribution there. My female callers are sending me WhatsApp messages tonight. Good evening, ma'am. This is Tosin Adeya from Giwa Okearo. Everything you said is correct, ma. The man determines the gender. Just as it was in the beginning, God made the woman from the man, hence the woman cannot carry the Y chromosome. Also, I don't believe God determines the gender of a child in the human race. I think it's absolutely random, close to luck. And also how much Y or X chromosome the man carries, which in many cases is how much testosterone the man has. God, however, intervenes in some cases. Hence the Almighty. Hey, that's what we're talking about. Okay, by the way, I'm a big fan of you, Ma. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we're talking about. Good evening. Sorry, just what we're talking about. Rather, time check before I go on is 19 minutes past 9 p.m. And it's Talk to Me with myself, Adedoja Allen. So we're talking about XY chromosome determining the sex of or the gender of a baby. Boy or girl, is it determined by the mother or the father? Too many calls, too many WhatsApp messages. Good evening, Mrs. Doja. Tonight's topic is really dear to me all because I know some ladies who are victims of such actions. We need more programs like this to educate couples, especially the men. Most times the pressure comes from the in-laws, from the husband's side. We must liberate ourselves from mental slavery. Edozie, okay, Edozie usually sends me messages. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Okay. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Nature.
Your name is?
My name is Nature. I'm calling from Adedoja.
Okay, I didn't get your name though.
I said,
Hello, are you there? Oh dear, I didn't get your name. Sorry, please call me back. Time check is 20 minutes past 9 p.m. We just have about 8 to 10 minutes more. They're about to round up the conversation tonight. Good evening. My name is Mary Ann Yang from Ogba. My question is in the case of twins, boy and a girl. Which chromosomes does the man release? Is it Y or X, or is it one and then split into two? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I think that whatever it is, honestly, whatever it is, what I want you, my listener, to take home tonight is that whatever the sex of the child is, boy, girl, twins, two boys, twins, two girls, twins, one boy, one girl, it is determined by the man. The man is the carrier, especially if it's a man. If it's a boy, in the case of a girl, we can't even say who determined the sex of the child, because the woman has X, the man has X. But at least we're now very particular. We're drilling it down to the boys, because it shows that the woman does not have the Y chromosome. It's only the man that has the Y chromosome. So if you have a boy, it is the man that has the Y chromosome into the woman. Okay. So that's just what I'm trying to get at tonight. Just like people are saying and contributing, that we need to educate ourselves. So before you start to put yourself under pressure, before you start to put your wife under pressure, before you start to agree with your in-laws, oh, you don't have a boy, you don't have a male, you don't have an heir of the family, you don't have someone that will succeed, you don't have this, you don't have that. You yourself as the man understand that, hey, first of all, it's God that gives, so that you are even able to choose whether boy or girl. You guys we're enjoying, because there are many people out there that if you give them a girl 10 times, they will grab the girl. At least they have a child. So the thing is, when you understand that you are the one that determines the sex of the child as the man, then the world is a better place. You're able to educate and inform your in-laws that it's not down to the woman, but down to me. Let's leave God to do it. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, I lost you there. Hello?
hello, ma.
Yes, sir. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Solomon calling from Oba.
Hello, Solomon. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Okay, concerning the whole thing, I've been listening for quite some time, and I just want to make some few contributions.
Go ahead in 1 minute.
Okay. Now, concerning the determination of the sex of a baby, yes, it is true the man determines the sex of a baby, but all the permutations there are is based on probability.
That's it.
Why do I say this? The woman too also plays a role.
What's the role?
One, the role is this. Number one, how fast the sperm cells swing in the vagina is dependent on the pH of the vaginal fluid.
Very true.
That's why I think that was what the other
yes, the microbiologist. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I think that was what he was trying to explain, but did not really hit the point.
Yes.
So now, the sperm cells carrying the Y chromosomes, they swim faster in an alkaline medium. Are you with me?
Yes.
And the ones carrying the X chromosomes, they swim faster in an acidic medium. And of course, when it is a horse race, the one who gets to leave the egg first is the one that fertilizes it. So, in a way, yes, the man determines it, and on the other hand, subconsciously, the woman.
I like the word subconsciously.
Yes, the woman does the same too.
Yeah.
And for our African father, I think this misconception is an ancient stuff. Then they used to judge the masculinity of a man by the number of male children that he has and the size of his farm and all of that. But now, presently, in the present world we are in, all those factors don't count anymore.
Yeah.
So for an educated person, although as I'm speaking with you, I'm a single, I'm engaged, but not married. Yes, but I don't think that would be an issue.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, sure.
That shouldn't be an issue because the God factor is a constant.
Is the supremacy? Yeah, that's the supremacy.
Yes, it's the one who determines what you give birth to.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
okay,
the man and the woman both have a contribution to that. And apart from that, before I forget, there's something else. And what is that? The sperm cells carrying the Y chromosomes, they don't last long as the ones carrying the X. In other words, the lifespan is shorter than that of the ones.
But there's nothing the woman can do about it. It's not the woman's fault that it doesn't last long. You see what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, if peradventure the woman meets with the man, let's say few days to ovulation, there is this likelihood that the ones carrying the Y may have died. I don't know if you understand.
I do very well. At least I studied biology.
That way, both of them, they contribute to it.
That's it.
So it should not be entirely the fault of the woman.
Yeah.
If the woman is just giving birth to girls.
Yes.
Or the fault of a man. In all, God is still in control.
Correct. Thank you so much. So you see, I like the way the conversation is going for I'll just quickly round up now. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to take any more calls, but we've managed to identify we've dissected this topic and we've managed to identify that at least to educate and to inform the man that when you're just giving birth to girls, don't think that your wife has the problem. Don't think, there's something wrong with her eggs or, her stomach or her womb or something. It's both. It's a joint effort between both of you. You're both responsible for the determination of the sex of the child. We're trying to educate the men because we're not sure if men are really aware that they actually have a majority. I will put it that way, because a woman does not have a Y chromosome in her, so I would really put the majority of the percentage, portion the percentage to the man. So now tonight, with all the discussions, all the contributions, we've managed to say or establish that the man is the one that carries the Y chromosome and determines the sex of. Yes, we are not ruling out the fact that the woman has a part to play, but at least majorly. So instead of blaming the woman and then going ahead to go and marry another woman because you think that is the fault of you. So we're trying to eliminate that bit and for you to know that it's something that both of you have to work at. The biologists or the microbiologists that called called in on the show have also educated us that the woman has some part to play in the whole process. Fine. Now, yeah, we know that we're aware of it. But listen, a man shouldn't go out to say, oh, because my wife didn't give me a boy, I want to go and have it outside. So, and I want to read another WhatsApp. Good evening, ma'am. More power to your elbow. Amos from Agege, Africa. Most especially... Oh, okay. Africa, rather. From Agege. Okay, so Africa most especially needs a reorientation over this issue. Please, the likes of Oprah, Alakija, Adedoja, and Okonjo Iweala, shaking the world today in their own spheres, are better off some male child or male folks. Although I have a son, but I wouldn't have loved my wife less if it were to be a girl child. Thank you so much. Wow. Awesome. That's it for now. It's a wrap on the show. We've managed to inform and educate our listeners that the sex of the baby depends on which sperm gets to the egg first. It depends if it's the X chromosome or the Y chromosome. And our biologists have also told us that there's a little part that the woman has to play to help that Y or X, okay, the Y one, the slow one, just to quickly attract it. So a woman will do her part and just quickly attract and attach to the Y chromosome. All right, so that's it from me tonight. Thank you so much to all my listeners. See you next time. The show makes a return next week, Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Join me for another episode of Talk to Me with myself, Adedoja Allen. Don't forget, continue to stream us live on our website as well as on Mixlr, and then download our app to enjoy all our programs and our music on the go. Don't touch that dial. Keep it locked down for more music on City 1051 FM.
Talk to Me with Adedoja Allen.